Hey guys, it's your girl Miss Lee here. Okay, so this is going to be a different setting for this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how we get down in London during lockdown. Hopefully you'll capture the beautiful images of London people enjoying themselves the best way we can in lockdown. Stay tuned.
Yo, this mad.
Yo, style up. Don't know why they make me link up on one track in a
What
while.
if I sit now,
Life in the summer. Benz man, I drive for the summer.
Okay, I know I said you was going to see me, in a different environment, and I was going to capture loads of footage, like the intention was there, don't get me wrong, but you know what? It just never worked out that way. I saw it go. Let me explain. So yesterday, I ended up going to two park events, which the media are now calling illegal raves. Anyways, the first one was locked off by the police, I believe because of the location. I think it was near a lot of residential homes and whatever. So the police, in fact, let me rephrase that. It wasn't locked off. They just said it can only go on until 7 p.m. So the organisers found another location. It's outdoors, so that not hard. Found another location, which we attended. So by the time we got there, not even the sound was there. There was no music. There was a man kind of setting up to sell food. FYI, be careful when you're out there buying food. Let me just give you this little quick story. I mean, I know it can happen anywhere, and more. But anyway, we was walking into the park, and then we heard this rustling in the bushes, and a man descends from the bushes, and we were like, and he was like, but then he was wiping him on him trousers. So we was like, not even hand sanitizer, no liquid water, not wash him on. I understand when nature calls, you need to go, but wash your hand, especially if you're dealing with food. Anyway, my man then walks back to his canopy kind of thing, where they were cooking the food, the drum, the jerk pan, and yeah, he was doing his thing. I mean, he wasn't the chef, it looks like he was the chef's assistant. But as far as I'm concerned, I never washed his hand, and he's serving food. So anyway, I went hungry yesterday evening, but you know what, it's fine. Corona is real, but also other bacterial infections are even real. So anyway, we got there before the sound and everything, but there was a lot of people like coming, as you can see in the footage. People started coming more and more. They were coming from one park to another, and then there was some people just came straight. Anyway, there was police there, because you know what, when black people there is in a large amount, and a large amount meaning as long as there's more than 3 of us, police will show to just make sure everything all right. So they started circling. I mean, there was lots of people in the park, to be honest. There was a lot of non-black people in the park. There was a lot of white people in the park. Not to this park function. They were there in their circles, doing their thing, doing whatever them are doing at the park. So yeah, police kept circling, and then they were asking the organisers like what, and just explaining to them, this is the situation. It's an event. It's just for people to come out, because it's an open air area. People can still social distance in their groups, in their bubbles, and yeah, police was happy. They said, you know what, you're after 12 o'clock midnight. So my thing is, although as you can see in the last footage where this and I only went in just to get that piece of footage, because I was on the outskirts all the time. I mean, I'm going there, Corona real. It was really cold as well, so yeah. the sound was so low because obviously the police presence was there all the time. It was just one police van, and at first only had 2 police officers, but when it circled, yeah, them team up and come with about 6 of them in the van, you know. Anyway, we were cool because, you know, we're not there to cause no trouble, and if we wasn't supposed to be there, they would have locked it off like the other one and we would have went on our jolly way, you know what I mean? So anyway, they've come and they said, yeah, you can stay until midnight. So the sound was really low. They were trying to be respectful. They were trying to, you know, kind of abide by the rules. Okay. In order to actually get any form of impact from the sound, what people did is they then huddled and went close to the speakers. I think there was speakers like either side of the sound area. And there you have it. Social distance was broken, because people couldn't spread out as they were spread out in the beginning in their little groups. They had to huddle to hear the music. They were eating, dancing, hearing them, and everything was in this particular area. So for me, you're set up to fail when that happens. Although some people did have a good time, or most people had a good time, social distancing was definitely broken. There was a few people that had masks and a few people that didn't. Now my problem, it was really nice atmosphere. There was no fights, there was no dramas, nothing. For black people, you know, oh, we can get on sometime, but you know what, we behave well and we're going good. And yeah, there was no dramas. So me and my friends were like, you know what, it's an hour before it's done. Here, what? Let's just cut in it. Let's just go. It's time. It's cold. It was, we're cold. But we true say we can't come out. I was kind of glad for the little outing, you know. So anyway, we was walking out, and then we realised there was loads of police officers, but they were dotted in different parts of the, like, their exit, the entrance, exit, whatever. And obviously, because you see they're high vis, so you don't see them properly until you come closer. But my friend was like, what's that he's got in his hand? And I was walking closer, and then I realised, my man's filming. My man's got a camcorder, a camera in his hand. I bet it's filming people leaving and obviously approaching the area. That's not normal. Now, I know they're probably like, you know, getting into their let's be safe and let's capture who's here because of what happened a few days before in Brixton. But anyway, as we got to the end of the trail, the park trail, so we've actually left the park, to our surprise,
They've got better things to be looking at than us.
We're all leaving. No one wants trouble. We're not about that life.
Now tell me, if that does not aggravate and intimidate and just make the situation worse on so many levels, tell me if that does not do that. Now, usually, if you have riot police, they would kind of either make their presence known if they're in front of, like, for example, if they're in not even in carnival riot, no, I said that, you know, because not even in carnival riot police make themselves known. These people were ready for war. And for party goers, some people who've been drinking or whatever, they come out and they see that, and that instant, their guard goes up. Oh, what? You know, why are you behaving like that? The park was still full of people before black people came. Now, I'm not going to make this into a race thing, but I'm just showing a point. It was like they were lured into a false sense of security, because the one bully van that kept going around the park with the police officer said, "Here, what, you look all right until midnight, everything all right." Them offer them drink and food and everything, and them said, "No, them all right," but still, okay. And it was only when you exited the park then you saw the heavy police presence. And for a lot of people, they'll be thinking, wow, why? You know, as I said, there was no fighting, there was nothing wasn't going on that shouldn't have happened. People were drinking, partying. It wasn't like a normal party, but you know, they were dancing. So for me, that was really shocking and that was really sad. And I think that that contributes to a lot of the behaviour that people display towards the police, because it was unnecessary, it was uncalled for. Yes, they wanted to be on standby, I get that. Be on standby a couple blocks down the road, so that if anything, yeah, you can come with your blue lights, within seconds. But to be there and to stand in your twos ready for war, like, that was intimidating, and that was definitely sending a message as if to say, try me now. If you're bad, try me. And for some people, that's not what they want to see. I certainly didn't want to see that when I left. No, I'm not going to confront them, because me not like that. Unless they say something to me, me not like that. I will pretend that me not see you. But I'm a woman as well. And I know that women, if we do rail up our mouths, we're treated exactly the same as men. But if we don't, sometimes we can kind of get a little blah and carry on walking. But yeah, I just felt it was really uncalled for. And this whole title of saying illegal rave, I don't get it. Because if it was illegal, the police knew about it, why did they let it continue? They were there before they was even there before the sound was there. So why did they let it continue if it was illegal? I've been to raves before where them say, oh, you're not supposed to have it in this venue, this is illegal, and they lock it off. Okay? So if this was illegal, why didn't they lock it off? Let me tell you, the media will paint it out as if we are animals and hooligans. We're not. This country's been in lockdown for what, 3 months, yeah? And just like animals, if you lock up animals, if they're not in their natural habitat, they will even turn on their handlers, because you need freedom. Now, I understand the whole corona situation, and people have to take responsibility to be safe, but you cannot give people a little bit of freedom and say, okay, yeah, you can have it, and then turn around and say, actually, what you're doing is illegal, I'm going to lock you up again. You can't do that. It drives people crazy. And do you know what? It does. It holds people down. It's not fair. What I would say to people, there's a lot of these park events that are going on. Just be careful. Try not to go in a huddle where there's a large group, because, as we said, corona real to some. And where your protective gear, meaning like your face mask where you need to, just be sensible in it. Don't go OTT and go get drunk and carry on stupid, because hear what? When you do that, the police are waiting for you around the corner, and now they're filming your asses, okay? So that's enough for me from this. Yeah, I had a good time yesterday, and I would definitely do it again. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I'm crazy. Let me know if you think, girl, you should be behaving better than that. You know better. You is grown. But there was a lot of grown folk there. But yeah, let me know what you think. Please comment down below. And if you haven't, please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching this video. And I'll see you soon. Bye.